Čaute. Tak sme pri ďalšej časti spisovateľa Alana Wakea. Tu sme si privolali nejakú lanovečku a ideme sa trocha povoziť. Akože už nám to tu dosť husne, by som povedal. Ale je zasrané vrany. Oha! Čo sa to tu deje? Človek na chvíľku zosadne z lanovky a už ho tu nejakí tí šmejdi idú ohrozovať. Do toho tu ešte padajú stromy. Padajú tu ešte aj vlaky. Je toto normálne? Proste idete na prechádzku a proste drbne vám tu vagón pred ksicht. A keby tak kufríky s bankovkami padali, to nie, to nie. A čo? Bacha, bacha, ten lampáž je nebezpečná zbraň. Dokáže v tme urobiť svetlo. To je kreté normálne, zozadu. Všetko mám plné. Do boha. Sebevražebný most, povzbudzujúce. Už vidím, že tie vrany zautočia. Hajtrák. Ty taky nevedia ísť za radom, akože po tom moste. Nie, oni sa musia tlačiť. Ty si myslia, že majú na moste prednosť. Ale taký Alan Wake by to mohol preskočiť.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them. And the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
Ale že tunak robil niekto most, len aby si ukrátil tento malý kúsok. To už je totálna lenivosť. Fú, ale to tu drží pekne na hrane, aby som akože to chytil a skúsil troška posunúť a osobne by som na to nevyliezol. Dal by som to viacej sem, ale dobre. Ale ja tu všetko rozkopávam. Ja si tým, že šplhanie nie je nejaká moja silná stránka. Aha, dobre. Ne, do pivnice, ty vole, sa nechce. Haló? Je niekto doma? Nepáči sa mi tu. Nie je to tu pekne zariadené. potom to prejsť. Díky. Som vedel, že to nedopadne dobre. Ešte žije. Dobre, si aspoň môžeme zobrať tú muníciu, čo sme vtedy nemohli. Tí granáty mi pomohli. Pozriem sa. Stoj! Že by sme to preskočili. Uá! Dobre. No sme sa mali na to ísť ísť domov. Vyhlásiť ženu za nezvestnú a bol by pokoj.
There was a light near it. It had to be a boat. I was close now. I had to get there fast.
Čo to bolo? Aha.
I dreaded what I would find.
To absolútne nevšimol.
I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Ja ti dám pacient na klinike.
Wait! Are you? Wait! Hey, I'm here! I'm coming! No! Get away! Sorry. Please, Slade! The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make a play ball. You see? They got it writing for us. Please.
Banshee! Bez Lara.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Ale ja som použil svetlicu a... Autobus som sa skoro.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
A toto nevyzerá, že by sme boli na klinike, co mi iba zdalo. Či? Je zo mňa psychiatrický pacient.
Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
On si ma normálne privlastnil ten šmejt.
There were only empty sheets of paper here.
Zober stoličku a rozbij okno. Normálne fakt. Fakt. A ma tu obľúbuje, že ja som tu pacientom nejakú dobu.
The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see.
Čo, aký nos?
Sure, I'm
Chceš ešte jednu do nosa?
loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Ja ti zdrhnem. Nemyslí si.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Kámo, ty máš výťah. Keď tu nemáš schody, tak aspoň máš výťah. Poprosím rovno do pekla.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations.
Á, jasná halucinácia. Netrep.
Unusual thinking, an obsession about light.
Že za klinike všetko zamknuté, veď tu nemá človek ani trocha slobody.
Your thoughts and dreams.
Není vo vnútri, keď už vonku. Otváraj.
Scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me,
No je taká šanca utiecť.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Kámo, jak tu máš slnečné hodiny?
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Alden Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm
Ale akože, pán doktor, nepríde vám divné, že som tu jediný pacient?
more and more difficult to resurface from the dark.
Že sme žiadneho iného nestretli?
Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved
trying
his
to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed
madly
for
inside
yourself.
my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do
nails
it
into
by
the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along.
Všetko zamknuté. Všetko. A pacient. Dvaja
Here's
sme.
the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only.
Scary,
You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I got you. Got you good. I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Nejaký mi povedomí
Well, I guess I'd better
na
start
tom
wrapping
obraze.
up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Čo ti pere, on má to detské kladivo. A neboli ty v tom bare? Keď sme sem akože prišli? Čo som im púšťal ten jukebox?
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face
Ma
of
su
the
to
earth.
oni.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
A prečo by som mal písať?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words. Clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy.
Dobre, Thor a Odin, nechám vás tu
About everything. Crazy or not,
pri vašich hrách.
made more sense.
Fakt, človek nemá žiadnu slobodu pohybu. Dúfam, že tu majú termosky s kávou. No, schody. Alebo výťahom nemôže mi sám.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Termoska ďalšia na druhej strane.
A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake.
Keď vypijem toľko termosek s kávou, to sa nečudujem, že má halucinácie.
The story will come true.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your
Hartman
room
wanted me to
stairs,
write.
Wake.
I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk. The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Silou mocou chcú, aby som ja písal. Prečo? Čo som na liečení, tak dajte mi knihu na čítanie. Prečo si ju mám najprv napísať?
kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Not so weak now, are we?
Určite je Tora Odin.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscripts.
Tora Odin su dali zdravotnú cestu.
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to pay the price.
Nebezpečné kladivo. Poďme radšej.
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered ass, since you're so tough, Birch.
Pozrieme sa, to všetko, čo sa mi zdalo, najmä toto.
Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Boka sme nemali.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems. Always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him. And we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah. Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
No, pekne. Čo sa toto človek dozvedel?
Barry? Ow! About time! Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but...
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful with your ability and mine.
Kokos, my sme ho tam nechali, ty vole. Tak ale to sme dobrí hajzli, aký dobre, určite si to zaslúžil, ale takto. Takto ponechať temnote.
When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. I had to find a way out.
6 nábojov, žiaden lampaš. A kde ideš? Hore, tam je tá centrála. Máme kľúče. Skúsime to teda. No, asi použijeme tunák.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Dvere, dvere, dvere! Kade mám zdrhnúť? Komíno? Čo som Santa? Kde? Počkať, poď sem. Ho, ho!
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al!
Má baterku.
Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Dobre, čakaj, nie je termoska.
Oh, geez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
Kade? No dobre, najprv si to prečítame. Potom sa postaráme o ňo.
Full-side stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Tyjo, už som sa zľakol. Že som sa tam zasekol. Baterky.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Turn it off. We don't want any fighting. It makes people mad. You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm.
Ó, pozrime sa na fešaka. Počkaj, tu není? Hej, sa tu fejskotíte zase. Že ja keď ich nechávam takto, nech ich pohltí teda tá temnota, tak si iba pridávam viacej nepriateľov. Lebo už je medzi nimi akože, hej, ten doktor.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Tu sme mali záchytný bod, dámy a páni, tak ja si myslím, že tu by sme mohli dnešnú časť ukončiť. Zostajme troška v nápätí, že čo sa bude diať ďalej. Nezabudnite dať like a odber. A vidíme sa na budúce. Čaute.